Alright, I think I need to clear something up, because apparently having a stoma means that I stink, I can't swim, I can't eat any normal food, or that my bag might explode on an aeroplane. Yeah, people actually really think this. So today I'm breaking down the biggest stoma myths that people actually believe, and some of these are actually genuinely insane. So number one is probably the most obvious one for people that don't have a stoma. It's that stoma bags always smell. So in reality, a stoma bag doesn't smell. If it does smell, you've got an issue. You've got a leak, or you've got something coming out from the filter. Basically, if you have got a smell, you need to fix something by either changing your bag or stopping any leaks that might be happening. Another reason actually is if you don't clean up your bag properly after you empty it. I'll do another video on how I empty my bag and keep everything nice and clean, but for now, if you notice a lot of output on the bag when you unfold it, then you're probably not cleaning it up correctly. Also, if you're close enough to smell my bag, I'm probably close enough to smell you as well. So the next one is that stoma bags leak all the time. Leaks can happen, and they do happen. It's probably the number one issue that people have with stomas, mostly when they're new to having a stoma, but it can happen at any point. Now, the reason I'm calling it a myth is because once you've found the bag that works for you, or found the products that work for you, generally you shouldn't be experiencing any leaks. You might have the odd accident now and again, that might happen, but all I can say is since I've chosen the bag that I have, I've not had any leaks since then, and that's probably coming up to 6 months to a year without a leak. So yeah, there is some truth to it, but it's definitely a myth thinking that every stoma bag is going to leak all the time. Now this one is actually huge. People ask me this all the time. It's like you can't swim or go in the water. People think as soon as you get in the water, the bag's just going to fall off or peel off like a sticker, which is not true. I have showers with the bag on. I have baths with the bag on. I go swimming in the sea, swimming in swimming pools. I've never had an issue yet. Now I have heard that some bags can react with salt water. So if you're swimming in the sea for the first time, I'd say just bring a spare bag with you and just keep an eye and see whether it starts peeling away, and if it does, you've got a spare bag with you, so you should be fine. But I've not had it happen to me, and I don't know anyone else it's happened to as well, but I have heard it can happen, so it depends on the bag. Long story short, my bag handles the water much better than my phone does, so you should be fine. So when it comes to food, I need to tread lightly here because I'm not a nutritionalist and I'm not anything medical, as you could probably tell. There are some foods that can cause blockages, but this differs person to person. When you're new to having a stoma, just introduce these high-risk foods slowly. What is actually more important is chewing. No matter what you're eating, you need to chew thoroughly. For me personally, chewing has been far more important than what I actually eat. So, to be honest, since having stoma surgery, I've been able to eat more food than I could before when I had ulcerative colitis. The next one is stoma bags explode on airplanes. Honestly, I've heard this and I've had this question put to me a few times. It is a myth, it's common because of viral memes, but it's not true. The worst case is that it can fill with gas faster, but the bag isn't going to explode. Just imagine how much Ryanair would charge for a clean-up for that. Now the next one is you can't have sex or be intimate with a stoma bag, which is completely untrue. Obviously, it can affect your self-confidence. That's completely normal. Your whole body is changed, and you might feel self-conscious about having your bag. Completely normal. But people think that having a stoma bag might be fragile, painful, the bag might get in the way. But even if you just do your business as normal, no extra things, the bag still doesn't get in the way, you should be fine. Just make sure you empty it before you do anything, which kind of ruins the spontaneity of it, but it shouldn't get in the way. Some other ways of getting around it are, you can use support belts. I'll do a separate video on that, I've got quite a few to review. You can use smaller bags or caps, but the main hurdles are the reality versus fear. I think once you've done it once, you'll realise it's not an issue. And the other one is body confidence, which is a struggle that everyone needs to work on. Some people more than others, but you will get there, trust me. So the next one is you can't exercise or lift weights. It's understandable why people believe this myth because people with stomas are more susceptible to hernias. So this is all about being a little bit more careful, but you can still exercise and lift weights. So my main advice here would be make sure you work on your core strength slowly, don't overdo it, and work your way up. And hernia belts or stoma support belts, whatever you want to call them, make sure that they support your abdomen, and again, don't go straight to the heaviest weight, work your way up and test your own limits. The next one is you can't wear normal clothes. You can absolutely wear normal clothes. I think the confusion that I had is when I first got stoma is how do I wear my pants or my trousers? Do I wear them under the belt? Do I wear them over the trousers? The short answer is I do a bit of both. If I'm wearing a support belt or the supportive wear from things like M&S or Comfies or anything like that. The stoma bag will be tucked under my belt. If I'm not wearing any belt or anything like that, I just let it hang freely and it's normally fine. If I'm self-conscious about seeing the outline of the bag when it's getting a bit more full, I'll empty it a bit more frequently, or I'll wear floaty shirts like an overshirt or something like that just to hide that line. Also, stretchy waists are a godsend, but you do not just have to wear a stretchy waist. You can wear belts and stuff like that. It's just a bit more comfortable. Well, I mean, they're more comfortable for everyone, to be fair. And the last myth, or I'd probably say misconception for people that are due to have a stoma is that it could ruin your life. Now, it's quite heavy, but it's down to your own quality of life. It's not going to ruin your life. For me, I had ulcerative colitis and my quality of life was pretty ass, I'm not gonna lie. So since having a stoma, it's given me so much more freedom to do the things that I want to do. I can socialize, I can exercise, I can hike, I can do everything that I wanted to do that I couldn't do when I had ulcerative colitis. And for a lot of people, it actually saves their life. I think that covers the main ones. I mean, there's a million more, but these are the ones that I get asked about all the time. Have you got any of the ones that I might have missed? Pop them in the comments. And don't forget to follow, like, and hype as well. It's super helpful for new creators like me. And I'll see you in the next video.